Hello, so today we have Shirleeta Highsmith with Highsmith Custom Made Pieces. On today, we're going to have Shirleeta showcase her handmade pieces. Alright, so before we get started, I would like to introduce Shirleeta. Welcome, Shirleeta.
Thank you for having me.
Tell the people at home a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm Shirleeta Highsmith, and I began sewing a couple years ago. My Aunt Lenora, I was visiting her one day and she pulled out a sewing machine and she showed me how to sew a line. And so I came home with the machine and I began practicing, and then these things developed. It's taken a while, but now I feel a little comfortable making them and I began selling them.
Alright, so tell me a little bit about this piece here, because I see that it's a wrap and a skirt to go with it.
Correct.
So tell me a little bit about this.
Alright, so the maxi skirt, which is the long skirt, really came about for me because I sing in the choir at church and we're up in the choir loft and you must have your knees covered. And so it was difficult for me to find, because of my height, skirts which were long enough. So I began sewing a maxi, which is really just, it could be an elastic waist, it could be a pleated waist, it depends on your preference. With the pleated waist, we do zippers in the back, and I make it as long as you need it. So with the skirts, I do have to do measurements, and so it may take an extra day or so in order to get them out to you.
So you custom measure your clients. So they come to you,
correct,
and you take their measurements and then you sew according. So basically with that, then everything is made to the person. So you can't get this in the store because it's made to you in your body.
Correct.
Right? Okay.
And hence the name Highsmith Custom Made Pieces, because every piece is made to fit a person.
Okay.
And if you're comfortable taking your own measurements and sending me those, then I'll give you what you give me based on your measurements.
So what would you say is your inspiration behind making these pieces?
Well, initially when I started, it was what I would do when I was going through my grief. So I had some losses and I needed to get my hands busy. And sewing allowed me to focus on that and not on the grief. So it was actually one of my coping skills.
Okay.
And it's developed into something else now.
Well, I mean, I will tell you that this is great because the stitching on this, you can see every detail, and the fabric. So what fabric is this? It feels like a denim, like.
Right. So they come in different fabrics. This one here is a heavier fabric for winter,
Okay.
but then I have lighter fabrics, which would be a fall, which are a little bit thinner. So it's really based on the time of year that you want to wear your skirt, because I want you to be able to wear it more than once.
Okay.
All right. So with this piece here, what I did, because it was made for the winter, I included fleece in the inside.
Oh,
and the
okay.
fleece in the inside helps you to stay warm.
So now tell me a little bit about this. So this is basically like a head wrap, like
Right.
to keep you warm type of thing.
Okay, so it started off as a neck warmer. All right,
Okay.
so I did the first one for my son, and it was kind of short, about 17 inches wide, and it fit really close to his neck. And then I made it a little longer, and I liked the fact that it kind of dangled, but it didn't make sense to me yet of what else it could be. So one day I just pulled it over my head and realized it could cover my head, it could cover my neck and my shoulders and keep me warm.
Okay.
And so that's where the head and neck warmer came from. It was about me adjusting something that was made for one thing, adding more fabric on it and making it for something else.
Okay, cool. That's neat. I mean, it feels warm, and like you said, it has the fabric in it. The
fleece on the inside.
The fleece on the inside, and then the fabric on it. So now, can you pretty much make this, like, because I see that it has the same pattern as that. So
Right.
can you make it, or is it just like if you have enough fabric left, and if someone wants one of these neck warmers, they could get that as well?
Great thing about having a custom made is you can pick your fabrics that I have, and you can say I want a skirt or I want a neck piece, and I'll make it. And if you only want a neck piece, it doesn't have to be the same fabric. It could be another fabric that you choose.
Okay.
So it allows you to be able, like I can wear this when I wear my coat, any coat, and blue jeans, and whatever else I want to have on with that. So it doesn't have to match my skirt in order to be warm.
Let's see. I mean, because I see it looks like, so when you get it, it looks like this. So you kind of don't know what to do with it. You're like, do you put it on as a skirt? It's just like, can you wear it as a skirt, or so let's demonstrate for those at home watching us how this works.
All right, so I will look for the seam, and I'll take the back of the seam and bunch that up, and then I'll come over the head. All right, and then I will adjust it how I need to adjust it. So if I want it to dangle more in the back or hang in the front, then that's what I will do.
All right. Let's see what the coat on.
All right, so if you then put your coat on, the problems that we have with scarves is that they come off, or they move around under. But once we put our coat on, this actually is held in place by our coat, so it doesn't move off of your neck. You don't have to worry about, even with your younger kids, you don't have to worry about them taking them to school and then losing them on the bus because they don't slide off. Now,
and it's warm. Like, I feel so warm, and it's like snug on my neck.
Right.
And then, you have it's versatile, so you can put it on your head.
Correct.
Well, my hair, sorry people, my hair is kind of big. However,
it still does.
Yeah, it still fits, even on my big old head with all my hair. So you could wear it like that and have your jacket.
Correct.
And it's still warm up in here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's great. Like, this is awesome. I don't know how I look to you guys at home. I'm sure I look snazzy. Then just imagine if I had, the maxi dress on, like, and then this blouse right here is a great match. So if you have something lace to go with that, that works too. Or any solid color to bring out the dress actually works. Okay, well, I like this piece. This is Highsmith Custom Fashions. So we have again Highsmith Custom. So again, we have the neck piece that goes with the maxi skirt. And again, you could use the a solid blouse or shirt to go with it to bring it out, or any other color. Again, whatever pattern you choose is up to you, and it's custom made to fit you. But let me just talk a little bit about this neck rack. So I have purchased one myself. I saw Shirleeta posted on Facebook, and I'm a big Mickey Mouse fan, and so I saw this Mickey Mouse one, and I almost jumped out of my skin because I was like, oh my God, I have to have one of those. So I hit Shirleeta up, and I was like, how can I get one? And so she, told me how to get, and I purchased one. And so I wear mine like every day because of what I do for work outside, on a bus, and it's freezing. I wear mine all the time. And actually, when I went to go pay my rent, my person in the building was like, oh, I like that. Is that a scarf? And I'm like, yeah, it's a scarf, because I had it wrapped around my head and on my neck, and I was all warm and cozy. So these are great. Like, this is a great investment. Like she said, the scarves with the kids, they come in smaller, so the kids is not going to lose this. It's going to be around their neck.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Where you have the scarf, hanging and stuff, and you don't have to worry about that choking factor either, because it's on them.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So you can just take it off, put it in your backpack or whatever, right?
That's right. Well, the Mickey Mouse one came about because I was doing the African print, or Ankara print, and then it was football season. And folks were like, hey, can you do me a Dallas Cowboy or a Redskin? And so I was like, sure. And
so you do football. Do you do football ones as well?
Correct.
Okay.
All right. So if the store has the fabric, then I can make it. But, sometimes people ask for teams that the stores may not have. So I said, if you can find it, then I can make it.
Right.
But, most of the popular teams are in the fabric stores, and, we make it.
Right. So football season's coming up, guys. So, if you're going to the game, or you're going to somebody's house and you're having a, what you call that thing before, the pre-party, or before that, and you're going to be cold, get a team. I mean, I don't know what team is going to be in the Super Bowl, but whatever. And then not only that, you could be ahead of the game, when Christmas comes. Father's Day's coming. Black History Month is coming. Valentine's Day's coming. Fellas, the ladies, if you could get them something like this, or something like this, that's a great gift to get them. So we have things coming up that you could very well get Highsmith custom made pieces.
Correct.
So and they're affordable, but we'll talk about that at another time. Let's move on to the next piece. What do we have here? Because Black History Month is coming up, and this looks like something that'll work well for that.
Okay, so many of the pieces come about because I've had a need. So I have these shawls that you put on and you throw around your neck. And then as you walk, it comes off. And so your chest is still open to the wind. So this came about. It was me making a simple shawl.
Oh, okay.
That's just like the shawls you have. You want me to put it on you?
Yeah.
All right. And the difference with this one is that to keep it from flying anywhere, I put a loop here
Oh, nice.
that holds it in place. And so now you don't have to worry about your chest. I used to get fussed at when I was a kid. Running around here with the chest all open.
Wow.
So now your chest is covered and the shawl is in place and it's warm. So
It
the
is warm.
inside of the shawl is
It
a
is
fleece
warm.
as well. So it isn't thin, it isn't knitted, so it keeps you really warm.
Yeah.
All right, and I've done another custom piece where I made adjustments for a client who was a little bit smaller. Well, I added an actual strap that came through here, and it allowed her to tie it underneath here,
Oh,
so that it was gathered underneath
Nice.
here. And then she had the more fitted look, but she was a lot smaller, so she didn't want it to look like it was there. So she could actually tie it before she actually put it through the loop.
Oh, this is
So
nice.
I make adjustments based on what you need.
Right.
If you want it to look full, we can leave it full. If you want some adjustments, we make adjustments. That's what Highsmith Custom Made Pieces is about.
And it's very, very warm. And here's what something just popped into my head. So my family does a women's brunch every year. And this year, I believe we're going to be doing Arabian Nights, which is like Indian, right? And so I'm in my head, I'm like, what am I going to wear? But I just realized I'm coming to Highsmith Customs because this here I like.
Right.
So if we did it like in something like, Arabian Night style,
Right.
and then not only that, I'm the one that likes to be the showstopper.
Right.
So I want my thing to be, better
right.
than anybody else's.
Mhm.
So I'm coming to Highsmith Custom Made Pieces and getting my Arabian Nights thing.
Right.
So yeah, so this is great. This is wonderful. Like, I like this. This is nice. So again, all right, so we have the custom made pieces, and a lot of times people think custom pieces are expensive, like, oh, I can't afford it. Well, let's talk about what Highsmith custom made pieces are. Like, what are the prices of something like this?
All right, so this piece here, you'd think because it was a custom-made piece, it would be very expensive, but it's only $65.
Wow, that's a great price.
Yeah, and I take orders and I have it turned around within a week.
Within a week's time.
Right.
So you're saying that if you have an event coming up and you know that you wanted something custom made and they come to you, they get measured.
Correct.
Now you get measured with this too, right?
Well, with this, not necessarily, because it's kind of a one-size-fits-all.
Okay.
But if you're a little bit shorter and you want it to be more tailored, then you'd have to come in for me to fit it to you.
Okay,
How you want it to fit.
but with this, you don't need to come in for measurement. However, you get a week's turnaround
Right.
from the date of payment. And then
Right.
with these, so with the maxi dresses, is it the same 1 week turnaround?
It's the exact same thing. And I say a week, but it depends on what my workload looks like. So if it can get out sooner, it will. But I tell folks a week.
A week, okay. So now we didn't talk about the price again with the maxi dresses. What would something like this cost?
Well, I've seen, at shows and things of that sort, them be hundreds of dollars, 120, 130. They go for 65 as well.
65. Wow. Custom pieces. So now explain custom, because
Right.
I know what custom are, like it's your thing.
Right.
Are you like hand sewing these?
I'm hand sewing them. Well, machine sewing.
Machine sewing.
So there are pieces that I do have to sew by hand once I'm getting ready to end them so that you don't see the stitching. But I'm machine sewing everything. I'm measuring everything. I don't have like patterns or anything. It comes from your measurements to my brain to fabric.
Oh my God, that's awesome. So this is machine made, but you get that in a week, whereas in other places, you get that in freaking 3 months, and then not only that, it costs you like 2 arms and a leg.
Right.
And this is only $65. This piece here, $65, custom made to you.
Right.
Now something like this costs.
Okay, so the thing with the head wraps, it depends on the fabric that you want to use. So if we do a basic cotton with a fleece lining, then that's just $20. But if I have to go buy anything like NFL or anything that might be Disney that has copyright and it costs me more for the fabric, then it goes up to $25. And so, but I also have these ones that are fur,
Oh, right.
And they can cost you as much as $50.
The fur one.
Correct.
So let's see. That would be this piece here.
Right.
Oh, yeah. This one is this feel good.
So I'm a texture person. So I like feel good things on my fingers.
And I'm going to just try this on so you guys can see it at home.
Right.
And this would be a great piece for like, now for the winter, you going out to elegant, dance or something, and you don't even have to take it off. This could be part of your outfit for the most part, right?
Right.
So, you wear something shimmery and you have, something with the, have this fur thing. And again, the inside is insulated, so it's nice and warm. Again, you can put it on your head, and, ooh, this is nice.
It's really
like
warm.
I feel, this is real nice. I like it.
And with these, because I can make it what you want it to be. So if you go to the fabric store and you see a piece of fabric and you're like, oh, I want camouflage or I want waterproof, then we make adjustments based on what the cost of the fabric is.
Nice. Okay, well this is nice. Like I like this. Again, for those of you at home, this piece here, Black History Month is coming up.
Yes.
This look like something like kente or something like that. Again, I'm going to get with her for my Arabian Nights. If you have any other parties coming up, like I said, this here is a nice elegant piece. This is blue. I don't know if you can see it at home, but this is a blue like fur. It's insulated on the inside. Again, nice. It's a little longer than that piece, but however, it's still nice and elegant looking. Again, we have the maxi dresses, again, custom made to your size and measurement. So you're not going to find this in a Ross. You're not going to find this in a Marshalls. You're going to only find these pieces at Highsmith custom made pieces. That's it. Now, before we end the show though, tell them how can they contact you? How can they get one of your fabulous pieces?
So I'm in two places. I'm on Facebook at Shirleeta Highsmith. You can look me up, send me a message or a request. I'm kind of accepting just about anyone. Or you can go to Highsmith's Custom Made Pieces on Facebook. And there I put pieces that I have for sale and I take orders. So just hit me up on either one of those two things.
All right, well there you have it for those at home. Highsmith Custom Made Pieces. All right, you have it. She told you could hit her up on Facebook. Her name is Shirleeta Highsmith. If you cannot find her, look up Shirleeta Highsmith on Facebook, and you will be able to find her information. Please, I urge you, get one of these pieces. I'm about to put my order in. I got the Mickey Mouse piece. I'm about to come back for my Indian Arabian Nights piece. I hope none of my folks at home are looking so they can't take my idea. But I'm about to show up at that women's brunch like banging. All right? So, yeah. So, thank you, Shirleeta, for allowing us to come and showcase your pieces. This is Millennium Advance, and we are here, and thank you.
All right. Thank you for having me.
All right.